What's going on, everybody? Crazy Out Cayne once again on the road doing some bike riding. Right now I'm in Central Park in the middle of doing the manual down the west side, that really long, fast hill that takes you by the pond before you get to the lake. So I'm just getting my manual on. It was a kind of weird day for manuals and me, but this probably was the better one out of the whole day that I did. I held this up for a really long time. But it was pretty windy this day, so doing sprints and doing manuals was a little difficult. So here's a little bit further down in Central Park. I like jumping into the sidewalk and out. Got the 7th Avenue. It's under construction, but they actually paved some of it now. Last week I rode it and it was a little bit really bumpy. This part they haven't gotten to yet, but you'll see a little further on that it's pretty it's all right here. This section right here is all torn up, which opened up some couple of spots where I could jump at. So I hit a couple of spots where I can get my bike in the air right there. So that was pretty cool. Just getting some more manuals in. See this part right here, this is all paved now. It's freshly paved.
Oh man, it's so nice and smooth now.
So that was feeling nice, man. It's always fun doing manuals in between cars. Now the one thing about this bike right here, I got the massive bars on, the Supercross massive bars, which have a 30-inch width to them. So they're 30 inches wide, which makes it hard to navigate through some of these cars because the handlebars are so wide. So normally BMX bars are like 28 inches wide, or you can cut them down to be a little smaller, and that's usually perfect for most of the stuff I do in the city. But the 30-inch wide makes things a little bit harder. But anyways, here we are, Times Square, riding around, trying to get a little sprint on, but the wind's blowing against me, but I'm trying the best I can to keep some speed going. And the way the wind's blowing my bike a little to the left and right when I pull the front wheel up, so it's kind of hard to keep it up. It's not a really great manual day for me. So here we are by Madison Square Garden. On the right side, that's Madison Square Garden. Lots of construction going on over here. And just bobbing and weaving through traffic and pedestrians and stuff like that. Got to be really aware of everything that's going on around you, so that way you can make good decisions when you're on your bike. So right here it's real tight. Wasn't sure if I was gonna make it in between these cars with these bars, but I was able to, so that was cool. But I can't go speeding through there because if I make one wrong move, handlebars can get caught up. And that'll be a problem, son. So the name of the game is just kind of get ahead of the cars before I get to a tight spot. Try and pass by this moped. So right here I was able to open it up and get some speed going. Right by the college, FIT. So now I'm just passing by 23rd Street, still on 7th Avenue, passing by police. Getting some bike lane action in here. The bike lanes are cool. I like the bike lanes, but it's just when people are making left-hand turns, it makes things a little difficult. So you can see up here, these guys are making a left, so I'm cut off. So it's better to go out and around, but then you can get clipped by a car that way too. So you gotta just really be mindful of, your decisions that you make when you're riding around in the bike lane, because it's a good thing, but sometimes it can also be a sketchy thing. Here we are on Hudson Street, trying to race a box truck. And now I just teleported myself to VARICK Street. Not too far from Canal right now. Very crowded because the tunnel is right there, Holland Tunnel's right there. So right here I speed up and I have no space. So I have to hop off the bike, turn the bars and walk through that, because I was not gonna make it if I just rode through there. I would have hit that guy's car. This little Got a nice little manual on this spot right here. It's really fun manualing through close quarters and things like that. So this is the getting to the end of VARICK Street and heading to West Broadway now. Getting further downtown. So now it's West Broadway now. West Broadway! Alright, so now this is further down, all the way west on West Street, right by Ground Zero. They did a really good job on this part of the bike path. This is the west side bike path. It takes you all the way down to South Street Seaport and all of that. I just like this area right here, you know, just it's kind of windy. You have some nice tree coverage. It's paved nicely, it's nice and smooth. It's pretty cool. I likes it, I likes it, I likes it, I likes it. And a real quick clip over here by Battery Park City. I ain't really do nothing too special here. My legs were kind of tired and beat, so I just kind of bypassed that whole section with the camera. And now when I got down to the Battery, they have some more cool bike paths. They're supposed to be bike only paths, but you know people walk on them. But this is I thought this was a cool section right here, where you can just like go through this nice little vegetated area. It winds to the left and the right. And it's a cool little bike-friendly bike path. But yes, my legs is burnt out by now. This is probably around the 15-mile mark. I'm just passing by the Staten Island Ferry area, and this is a continuation of that bike path, which is really cool. And this will wrap me around to South Street, as you're going to see in a second. You're going to see that in a second. So this is like probably my longest sprint of the day. Yeah. I went through that real quick. So this is Clinton Street, and Clinton Street leads you into the Williamsburg Bridge. I just bypassed all the really boring parts. Maybe I'll do a video down the road where I just kind of like not edit it and show you the whole trip. But I wanted to show you some of the more interesting parts of the ride, like the Williamsburg Bridge, which I really like. I like this bridge a lot.
Oh yeah.
By this point, my legs was real tired.
Bound for Brooklyn. You cheating, man. You cheating. What's going on? My legs are burnt out.
My legs were burnt out at this point, but gotta keep pushing on. Gotta get back to the car.
Beautiful day for a ride. Beautiful scenery. I always liked the way this bridge looked. A bunch of emojis this time around.
Alright, so this part is really fun. This is really, really fast going down. You can get some really good speed out of this. So I was trying to manual down this whole thing, but it's kind of difficult because it's a little bit lumpy going down, and when you're going real fast you can really feel it. So you got to really be on your A game when it comes to keeping that wheel up. And besides that, the wind was blowing pretty hard, so it was making my bike move to the left and right. So I'm going about, I'd say about 30 plus miles an hour right now, and when you pull that front wheel up and it's windy, you can feel it pushing your bike, and it's also you can feel all the lumps going down. It's real lumpy, not bumpy, but just lumpy. So it's like dipping and dipping and dipping and dipping really fast. I held a little one there. So at this point I'm on Kent Avenue over there by Domino Park. Heading towards Greenpoint. Just racing past bicyclists. Getting some nice little cranks in. I think I got my second win here. And this is the Pulaski Bridge. This is another really fun bridge to do manuals down. It was that one bump that just messed me up. You know, you're going down this thing doing like 30-something miles an hour, and you hit a little bump while you got your front wheel in the air. That will definitely make you nervous. So that's pretty much it. I'm heading back to my car. This was all the little highlights from this ride. And stay tuned for the next one. We're going to do more of these. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment, all that good stuff, so we can make that algorithm show me some more love, all right? So until the next time, back to you, Billy.